problem. I'll explain it properly again. Alright, what is party? What is a party concept? What is a party table? Okay, you remember in Civil 6, like here, you could have you can have sales team members, right? Now these sales team members can only be employees. Like in Civil 6, only employees could be working on opportunities. Okay, but do you think sometimes some partners could be working with along with the employees of your company as sales team members? Is it possible? Right? Do you think sometimes contacts could be working as sales team member along with your employees? So employees and contacts will be the part of sales team member. Is it possible? Doesn't sound possible, right? But here is the thing. Remember, the definition of contact is whosoever is not your employee is your contact. Whosoever is a person and is not your employee, he's a contact. So let's say he's the employee of a partner company. Where will you keep him? Contact table. But do you think now that particular person could work as a sales team member along with your employees, and be available in the pick applet here? Basically, that's the whole idea. If he's available in the pick applet here, we should be able to put him here. Do you think sometimes an account could be, you would want an account to be a part of this pick applet too, so that you can make it a part of the sales team on this opportunity? Actually, it doesn't sound right. Why would a company, an account, would work with us? But here, remember the definition of account? Any company which is not us is our account. So let's say if it's a partner company, then obviously that partner company will be set up as an account in Siebel, right? Right? And that should be available in this pick applet. So that means sometimes an account could be available. How about affiliate partners? Affiliate program. Remember, Amazon.com has affiliate program. Those are not even partners; they're affiliates. Sometimes they could be part of the sales team member too. You know what? They will be set up as an account of type affiliate, then be available in this pick applet right here to be picked from to become part of the sales team on the opportunity. It is possible to have such a functionality. Siebel 6 was not a very good partner application, as you can clearly see, right? Siebel 6 was not really considering some of the very special scenarios of doing business. Siebel 6 was not really good for complex businesses like Amazon.com. Siebel 6 was not good for Cisco. Siebel 6 was not good for Yahoo. Siebel 6 was not good for GE Rail, because all of these companies do a lot of work along with their partners. Okay, so Siebel 6 was not a very good application for partner processes. And if you see back in those days, Siebel was 52% of the CRM market, but in those days even CRM market was not huge. People were not really serious about using proper CRMs, because anyway they could not get anything done by using pre-packaged softwares like Siebel. But now Siebel is very powerful, because Siebel can be used for different sales processes, including partner sales processes, including any where contact is involved, where an account is involved, where certain other partner companies are involved, affiliates are involved. It can be used for all these things. Okay, what does it have to do with the party table concept? Now, here is the thing. If you wanted to appear in this pick applet and be part of that MVG applet, that means that, well, when something becomes a part of this MVG applet, that means that opportunity to employee is a many to many relationship. Making sense? Okay, let's say you want on an opportunity employees to work, and you want contacts to be dragged and contacts also to be added to this thing. But you know what? The way it can only work in Siebel is, okay, the way it could work in Siebel 6 is, it could work in Siebel 6. This is the only way it could work in Siebel 6. You would have to have two separate fields. One is for contact sales team, one is for employee sales team. So that you could have separate many to many relationship with between opportunity and contact table, separate relationship between opportunity and employee table. many-to-many relationship. Okay, then you could, because those tables were separate. If those tables are separate, remember, like we cannot union the tables, we can only join like this. So there was no way to do that because of the fact that data model was not supporting that. If by some hook or crook you could put contacts and employees in the same table, then that would be awesome. Then you could do that. You could have contacts and employee be available in this MVG. You could make those as part of this MVG. But in Siebel 6, everything was in a separate table. In Siebel 7, they became a little smart. They started thinking of unifying all this just to make sure that, okay, if they did not have a party table, then they could simply have 7 fields here, 7 MVGs here, one for content MVG, one for sales team member and so employee MVG, one for account MVG, one for partner MVG, blah 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 blah. But then that doesn't look good, right? People don't spend $1 million for chaos, right? So they said, okay, what we do is we will use same table for contacts and employees. If you see very closely, it is quite possible. Contacts and employee have everything the same except same last name, first name, person, telephone number, but certain fields are different, like salary. Contact salary is not important, employee salary is very important, so and so forth. So what they did is they basically came out with this data model that will put contacts and employees in the same database table, but then at the business component and in the business logic layer, using a filter will separate out. Let's say there are 800 contacts and 20 employees, then the records in the table would be 820. Right? For every record there will be a check mark. There will be a separate column, yes or no. Yes means employee, no means no. So there will be 800 no's, 20 yeses, right, for every record. Then in the business logic layer, you will say, fetch all the data from contact table, from that table, whatever the table is, let's call it SCON table, wherever employee flag is equal to yes. Put it in the employee GUI here, in the employee, like in this application administration, you see employees, right? So behind the scenes, there is, in Siebel 7, there is a check mark. It is coming from the same data table, from the same table, only in the business logic layer, there is a very simple instruction. Pick all the people from there, wherever employee flag is yes. And then show them here in this my employees list or all employees list. For contacts, the data is coming from, the data would be coming in Siebel 7. So I hope you have caught that idea. I'm showing Siebel 6 because it's fast, but you know that I'm talking about Siebel 7 now. In Siebel 7, the same data would be coming from the same table. This data will be coming from the same table, except employee flag is equal to n. So they have bifurcated the data in the business logic layer. It is lying in the same table though, in Siebel 7. How does it help? Why to do so much manipulation? So that only one field can be provided here in the opportunity MVG. Instead of providing 2 MVGs here, only 1 MVG could be provided. Now this MVG is becoming possible by an M2M relationship. Now you have to have, now your opportunity can have an M2M relationship with contacts as well as with employees, because they are on the same table, right? If you put account in the same table too, you can have opportunity, M2M relationship with contact, employees and account. Okay. Contact and employees straightforward, we understood it. So they definitely just made it one table itself. Okay, that's the smartest thing that Siebel did. They just made it one table. They said, okay, but account and contact, they cannot make one single table because they have separate attributes. Account has a name, contact has a last name, first name, middle initial, blah blah blah. So our issue is, so contact and employee have to be in the same table. What about account? Account just cannot be in the same table, and there are so many other entities that Siebel wanted to be a part of the PIC applet, so that it could be put into the MVG applet, and they all cannot be part of this thing, the same table. So they are invariably, like, you know, they combine account and organization table into one. They can't do that. So they could maintain, let's say, GE is implementing Siebel, they could make GE as well as the other companies a part of the same table. But they cannot make GE, so this organization table as well as this contact table part of the same thing. They cannot make these two tables together. So what they did is they came out with a smart idea. They created another table called as S_party table. So let's say a contact is entered, they will enter it into party table. And then, you know how many fields are different, like last name, first name, and everything is going to be different except that fact that it is just, so one record will be created, but then there will be nothing in that record, no information will be in that record, it will just, main information will go in last name, first name record, so in contact table. So then, let's say account has been entered. So account will go in the account table only, but one record will go in S_party table as well. So that means, let's say there are 800 accounts, 200 contacts, 20 employees, and 30 partners. So 30 plus 20 plus 200 plus 400, how much? 650. All these records will be in S_party. The actual data will be in the main tables. One entry will be in S_party. Making sense? What will be in S_party? Really nothing. Just row ID, party type, whether it's a contact, account, this thing, and what row, what is pretty much this. Just pretty much this. Last name, first name, in the contact table there will be a row ID, right? So there will be separate row ID. That row ID will be referring to, so there will be another parent row ID that which will be referring to the party row ID as a foreign key. So the point is, there will be a record in a party table, just one record in party table, and it will be, if you call it just the basic most of the stuff, or the very bare minimum record, just for the purpose of maintaining a common log of account, contact, employee, partner, organization, blah blah, whatever you want to make a part of that pick captain. Now that table is just one table of everything, if you notice very closely, right? So that S_party table, basically each and every pick applet is not based on account. So account pick applet is not based on account table. It's based on S_party table. In that S_party table, they simply make, okay, let's say it is like a sales team member pick applet. Of course, then it says bring everything from party table as well as their extension tables data. But let's say it is, so that's how it is working. So S_party table allows pick applet to show everything, account, contacts, employees, whatever, and then be able to, lets person be able to, associate each of these entities, any of these entities, with the opportunity. But then there is a problem with it. The problem with it is, if account pick applet has to be made, for example, here, this is an account table. I don't want to associate opportunity with the contact when I just want to maintain the opportunity to account relationship in this pick applet. So then it will be also based on the S_party table, and it will be simply having a filter, show me only those records where party type is equal to account, because I'm maintaining two, three fields in that party table. One is row ID, one is a type, right? So this is also possible now, right? So I don't see any problem now. You can easily put sales team members using that. You can easily make your previously you could make your pick applets, right, on the basis of only one entity. You can still do that. You can make the pick applet on the basis of all the entities, some of the entities, or only one entity. All these possibilities arise. Now only one issue comes: performance. Previously, this pick applet in Siebel 6 would have been based on account table. Let's say there were 400 accounts, 400 contacts, 800 employees, whatever. All these would have been in the party table. So now the query to get the account pick applet will take a lot of time, because it will be going through 1200 records and getting only 400. In 6, it would have gone to the account table. It would have just queried for all those 400 records for this pick applet, right? But these days processor speed is increasing too fast. Siebel thought, okay, it's not a problem. Let's just make the party table and not worry about the performance that much. So, okay, so that is the issue. But other issue is while inserting records, now Siebel has to put the data, like the business logic layer, it has to put the data not only in the account table but also in the party table. That again is a performance bottleneck. Again, processor speed is increasing so much that Siebel thought, okay, it doesn't make any difference, performance will be okay. So that is the reason Siebel 7 is extremely slow in everything. Database operations are slow. We know the clients are slow, but the database operations are also slow. But then it doesn't matter much, because with Siebel, as the days are going, as we are going ahead in the future, we are realizing that technology is moving so fast. Like back 6 years back, I used to own a computer, with 64 MB RAM, and that used to be the super fast computer of those days. I paid like $1,500 in those days. Can you imagine? And nowadays, 1 GB, if you have 1 GB, people few at you. What? So we don't have 2 GB RAM, right? And back in those days, so this is an increase in the processor speed. So if your database operation is becoming about 2-3 times slower, you don't need to worry too much, because the processor speed is going to be about 10 times faster in the next 10 years, maybe 20 times faster. So that is the reason Siebel is able to get by. Okay, this is another thing. I'm taking you to Siebel की implement Siebel 8 यहाँ पे install हुआ है. If you go to Siebel web client, you go to bin, you will always find something called as this thing. This is a very less known fact. This is called as db-isql-c. You have to find it. Typically it is in this thing, bin enu folder. I found it bin folder. Siebel 8 it's in bin folder. In Siebel 7.7 it could be in some other folder. Conceptually this file will be there everywhere, somewhere in the installation. So I have 7.7 and 7.8 also installed here, right? You can find it, same file in your installations. Open it. When you open it, you have to provide the user ID password. This is case sensitive. It has to be capital. Database. Browse to the, okay, I'm in the same sample UTF-8. You browse to the same installation, this thing, UTF-8. Do all files. You will see the sample file. This is the one that I'm on. Open. Click OK. It will open. You can execute queries there. If I enter some, I went there, right? You can still look at it's recorded. You can look at it later. So now, if you, whatever data you enter, you can query for it. This is a querying tool. It's a very good querying tool. The only thing is, it is not very eye friendly. You will not see dots sometimes. You see, if someone has executed queries before, this is the very good place to go and just check whether your data has been entered properly. If you want to polish your SQL skills, this is a place to go. But this is not eye friendly. So for example, okay. See, so this is the party table. You see, it has a row ID that obviously has to be there. Created by, created date, created by, that's fine. Last, these are the system columns. These are supposed to be in every table in Siebel. Party type. This modification and config ID are system columns. These are supposed to be in every column, every table in Siebel. Party type, main thing starts. Party UID. That's fine. I don't know the meaning of each and every column. Root underscore party flag, I'm not sure, but then the DB last updated. This is for, I think, some audit trail purposes. Group type code, I'm not sure this one too. Yeah, name of the party is also entered here. So channel partner guest, just a minute. So if you have any, so this will be the name of, I think it's I'm not sure how it is being populated. Par party ID. If you want to have a relationship between one party component and the other, one party row and the other party row, let's say one account to other account, then that is where the par party ID will store that. Okay, this is the name is also mentioned here. I'm not sure how the content name will be mentioned here, but let's see if we have any content name. Okay, I think it's putting like row IDs, I think. Anyway, main thing is like all the entries are here also. Let me see if there is any account here.
current DBI SQL. Why don't you go to DBI SQL as well? Just a minute. This 3com. Let's see where this 3. One thing is, what I can do is I can find out the row ID of this guy, and I can see how its record is entered in S40. Its record in account table will be entered very properly. We can easily envision that. You can go there and check it out. But I'm talking about how it is, what kind of entry has gone into party table, right? So this is the row ID. I go back to this thing. Okay. So this is the record that has been created. Okay. Party type code is organization. Okay. DB last updated source, user name last time update kiya. I'm not sure what it means. Name is 3com. So it is putting the account name in the name. Let's see some contact and see how that has been being populated. Okay. So I'm picking this contact, Andrew Dane. Okay. Party type code is person, party UID. Okay, that is probably the row ID again. That is just the row ID again, right? DB last updated source, user, Andrew comma Diana. Last name comma first name is entered here in the party. Making sense? There is a reason behind all this. Like from a if you know really why name has been entered last name comma first name, there is no need to enter it here, right? Because name could be picked from contact table for the business logic layer to be shown in GUI. Then why the name has been entered here? There could be a reason behind it. That if you ever find out, that would be great. I mean that is but I mean I don't want to teach you how to even look at the table structures and how to how to get information from it. Whatever information I know, that is good enough. So just I'm giving you facts. If you notice, there is a little bit of difference in the way I'm teaching you tables and all these things. Just gather the facts. If you know 3-4 things, you're okay. We are not going to be working on this, okay? But so I don't want to tell you how to think about these things, which is what my thought process is when I'm telling you functionality, okay? So it's not required really. Trust me. Yeah, that's fine. Although I know a little bit about data models because I do work on data side as a BA, but that's okay. You don't need to worry too much. Okay. One of the things that you must notice is row ID is of the contact table, and we are looking in the party table. So party table and contact table have the same row ID. If you want to really validate my statement, what you can do is you can make the same query in contact table. Same record exists in contact table as well. Okay. There the entire record for this guy will be present. Okay. Okay. Everything of this one, just a minute. Diane first name, last name Andrew O, right? Did you notice that the row ID is same? So row ID of two tables is same. Row ID in two tables is same. These are two separate tables, right? Party table and contact table. Row ID is same. So this is actually very good too, because when you are making queries, you don't need to worry about the table in which you are querying. Unless until there is a use of party table for your query, you don't go to party table. I mean, I will not make a join with party table to understand.
Party table दिखाना है?
Some time back, I was again and again saying if you want to put contact and employee in the same sales team member, right? Actually, contact and position. Okay, I'm just correcting that because employee is that is a position that you basically drag and drop, that you pick and put in there, right? That's one correction. Second thing is user can also be there, right? If let's say there is an external user, then he won't be having position. That's the difference between external user and internal user, right? So they are also party type. They can be here. Employee is also is an entity, and by the way, these entities are called as party entities. Account, contact, user, employee, organization, partner, position, all this. Okay. Now, so this is one functionality which is enabled by party concept. There is another functionality which is enabled by party concept. That functionality is called as access group. In Siebel, let's say you want to create an access group that this price list can be seen by these 20 customers, these 2 reps, these 3 contacts, these 25 accounts. You don't want to be having 4 places where you go and set these up. You can simply create a new access group. Okay, this is in the group administration in Siebel 8. Do you know about this thing? I think it's in my notes. It's in my.
Yeah, I wrote that.
So I'll show you.
Things created for access.
Access, yeah, group access group, yeah. Okay, so if you go to administration group, you can see access groups. Okay, these access groups, see, oh, there's a lot of stuff. So you can probably just create new item here, and position, you can see, you know, there are different things are available. Okay, I wish I knew from a functional perspective, I knew it in and out. I could show you know how access group is created. You just create it when you need to. Don't worry about these things. It will be written in somewhere in bookshelf how to create an access group and how to manage an access group. It's a very simple GUI activity, but theory behind this is known to you. So you just create a new access group, and you can really make various things part of it. We can let's see whether we can make test access group. And parent access, there is no parent. Okay, I can save this record. I highlight it back, create a new. Let's see what all other options are. I would like to, I can make Siebel administrator position is a part of it. I just want to see if I can make a contact part of it or not. So group type is there. Why can't I make something else as a part of it? Why can't I make a contact part of it? I think you have to first, the functionality is that you have to first make a user list or something. This user list, if you see service manager, could be having contacts in it. Let's see whether what a user list is. It has contacts. So if you make a user list, test user list, you come here, you can drag and drop new accounts here. Remember that Andrea, Alexis, Barahab, Andy Biggs, everybody, right? You can make those part of it. Once you make those part of it, those would be available to be picked here. So those people have also become part of it, right? These are the things like these are like when you're doing GUI, you know, you'll have to figure out, you know, what you need to do as a data prep somewhere, then it will be available as a option. This is a typical thing. That's why, you know, these things you need to look at the bookshelf. They might tell you, well, out of the box there is a dependency on that thing. You have to do that first, only then this functionality will get enabled. So let's say I want to make account as a part of it. Let's try to see that. Oh no, just a minute. Undo, come back, like create new. So let's see whether accounts are available or not. Positions are organization is available, but those are organization like in Siebel way. Do you see anything like which says it is an account list? See user role. I don't know what is this user role. So maybe some, I don't know what it is basically. Organization. This is a pure organization. This is not Siebel organization, right? Like institutional. Yeah, this is this. So basically, you have to create. So you can. I don't know how do you enable. See these all these are available. These are various accounts, right? Are these? All those accounts are available, only some are available. I think all are available. All these are accounts, right? Right? So you can make it. Let's create a new account and let's see whether it is available there. So I'm creating an account screen. My accounts. Click new. Test account. Okay. Headquarter. Save it. Go back to the same test AG. I come this thing, I highlight this, and let's see whether the test is available or not. Yes, it's available, so I can add it. So account is a part of this access group. Contact is a part of this access group. One organization is also part of this access group, and one position is also part of this access group. Now let's see whether this person is available. Test
AG is available as a pick option in the when you're working on the opportunity. That is the thing, right? Right? So I go to sitemap. So now I'm going to click on opportunity screen, which is here. I go to opportunities list. It will take me to home page. I click on my opportunities, or I can create a new opportunity from here also. No, this is iHelp, so I cannot create. I can create it from here, by the way. So that is quick add, but I'll go to the standard way because I want to be able to work on the sales team also. So I click new. Okay, test opportunity. अरे यार मैं इतना टेस्ट वेस्ट लिखते समय डरता हूँ. एक मेरा स्टूडेंट था, वो कहता था यानी कि सेल्स वगैरह टेस्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी बनाएंगे ना. मैंने कहा यार मैं सिर्फ बना के तुझे दिखा रहा हूँ, वो लोग बड़े ध्यान से डालेंगे डेटा बेटा. क्या यार सच में यार, मतलब इसलिए डर लगता है. मतलब आपको पता नहीं है, डरा रहता हूँ मैं कि आप बच्चे लोग क्या सीख रहे हैं. Alright, so now comes a litmus test. I don't see that even as an option here. Do you see that? That you cannot even query on, you can query only last name, first name, user ID, position. You cannot query on access group name. So I am highly disappointed, but then that would mean that there would be a way to have that thing here. I know that there would be a way. Maybe that is a customization that is required. I'm not sure. And maybe it's not available on opportunity out of the box. It's available on account. Let's try account. Let's see what happens if I put account. If I go to account and try to make it, let's see that. I'll just, instead of creating a new one, I'll just go to, where is the sales team for this guy? Here. Okay. So it is also not having any, I'm making search on last name, right? So that way I cannot get anything anyway. So see, I don't know any way of now entering that. So this is the thing. So our entire drill is kind of completely failed, but we learned how to make an access group, right? So you can figure out, I mean, if you go to that, if you go to Siebel Bookshelf and all that, you can easily figure it out. It shouldn't be a big deal, you know. Access group, you have to make a search for access group. You will get to that app, you know, access group making exercise. You can do that. Then you will come to this place where you will be able to make an access group part of something. Okay, let me see if I can find one other place. There is one, it might be present for service requests. ठीक है, ये फिर यहाँ पे भी अवेलेबल. लेट्स सी अगेन. ठीक है. So there is no place where I can see that, but there should be a use of that access group that we made. So just figure out when you look in this thing, what is out of the box behavior.
Forward access group. Anyways, having responsibilities and positions itself filters the data and the views that can be accessed by, like, even if it's a partner one.
That means you didn't understand chapter 8 properly.
It's not that.
You can do this as an exercise today. Just follow the instructions. Okay. And I mean, I would love to if you could, you know, just be able to see some of the contact data in the back end.
So
You could see.
Also, wherever 6.3 is installed, it is installed here, right? In SCA, client, same in bin. Yeah, you will see this. I think, yeah, it looks like this one, right? DB client. I think it is not this one. It is iSQL. Yeah, it's icon is different. This is the one. iSQL 55. So the name can be a little different also. I mean, I don't know what to say. Just make a search for SQL. Whatever different things come, choose one of them. I never tried actually starting this thing. Let me see what happens. Oh, so this is nothing. You will yourself know this is nothing, right? So if you come here, this is the one. Sadmin, then at some point of time it will ask for database also. Remember capitals, remember dots, remember Siebel should be S. By the way, this Siebel should be capital 2.